bruh, bruh, bruh. Well, hey there, everybody. They really sprung this one on me. Look at this. Look at this. Autumn sale. Yeah, that's right. I was not prepared for the autumnal sale. It just wasn't quite here for it yet. And they just sprung it on us. I honestly, I looked it up and I was like, okay, it's still a ways off. Nope, today. I sat down to play a little video game after, doing lots of cleaning and preparing for all the people to come over. Well, now it's time for autumn sale. Let's get into it. You don't want to hear me ramble. You don't want to hear me dilly and dally. You want me to get down to business and show you what is on sale. So here we go. First up, Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion. These are the games under $10. This is a series that my children love, absolutely love it. As a matter of fact, my son has a little Turnip Boy vinyl cutout on his wall or on his door that I made for him. Anyway, this is a very silly game, very strange little world. Yeah, battle new enemies, upgraded old foes. Yeah, there's boss fights and all kinds of stuff. It's a little indie action adventure type of game, and with a very cute protagonist and very fun things. So, very fun game, and it is currently 66% off, barely in the under 10 category, because there's also an under 5, an under 2, and then we get to the real bargain basement, the under $1. Look for the under 5 today. People complained last time that I did these sale videos. They were like, you're giving us too much at once. And I was like, well, you're telling me to slow down. Good, because cranking out all the videos in a single day is a lot of work. Anyway, so you're getting 10 and 5 today. Bioshock Infinite. I own this but have not played it yet, but everyone assures me that this is the true winner of the entire franchise. So, yeah. Anyway, so if you enjoy your Bioshock, this is apparently the New Vegas equivalent. The one that is super cool, the one that is very awesome, the one that is very fun. Of course, I've heard nothing bad about the other two Bioshock games. It's just Infinite. People have a lot of love for. It's $7.49 at 75% off. Now, For the King is an RPG. Very strategy-based. It's a hex-based, strategy, turn-based kind of a thing. So the vibe of the game is very much like old-school tabletop gaming, and, very heavily leaning on the strategy and whatnot. If you enjoyed things like your Final Fantasy Tactics and whatnot, then, yeah, you'll be able to hear things happening, Thanksgiving preparations happening in the background. Yeah, very, very normal. Anyway, but yeah, For the King, very, very cool. It is 70% off at $5.99. Satellite Rain. This is another really cool RPG. This is a cyberpunk RPG that is very it has a lot of cool mechanics. You can take over people's brains. It's this whole cyberpunk dystopia. And, you can hack people's brains and then force them to work for you. And so it's this really cool thing where it very, a lot of places you can just walk in, and as long as you're not doing anything illegal, nobody will mess with you. But then you'll go on missions where you have to do illegal things. And then all of a sudden it becomes very much stealth and tactics and turn-based, really cool strategy type of stuff. Satellite Rain, very fun. 80% off at $5.99. You get the deluxe edition, still under 10. That comes with a novella, an art book, the soundtrack. Not the craziest DLC, but if you really love the world, maybe get the deluxe edition. But yeah, I myself was satisfied with just the base game. Ooh, yeah, speaking of other excellent turn-based strategy franchises, that are of a cyberpunkish variety, XCOM, Enemy Unknown. Yeah, this is the bad mamma jamma of, XCOM in general. Oh, that's right. I've tried to sell this one before, and they show almost no actual gameplay. It's turn-based, cover-based, shooting tactical RPG with alien invasion theme. That's what it is, and it's total classic. It is 80% off at $5.99. You can get the complete pack with all the DLCs still for under 80% off at $9.99. For under 20, you can get all the XCOMs. So that's still a pretty good deal. Anyway, Akiba's trip, undead and undressed. Yeah, the world has been taken over by vampires, and to expose the vampire threat and also to neutralize them, you got to rip their clothes off. You got to beat them up in public. You got to rip their clothes off, which is, this game understands what it is. It is a thinly veiled reason to see anime girls in their underoos, but it's still very fun. Very, very good combat system. Well-developed characters. I had a lot of fun with this. Reminds me of a little bit of Persona, if Persona were a little more pervy and a little less serious. So yeah, if that sounds good to you, 60% off at $7.99. Very much with the fan service on that one. Freedom Planet started out as a Sonic fan game. And, of course, all mega corporations are like, what? You're creating something good? Boo. Unless it's Valve. Valve is like, oh, cool, can we put out your thing as a commercial product and let you get paid for it? And yeah, that's how we get so many cool, side games from Valve. But yeah, you can immediately see, oh, there are the Sonic the Hedgehog roots in this game. It was set to be the best Sonic the Hedgehog, 2D Sonic the Hedgehog game in decades. And Sega was like, nah. And so, yeah, the fan turned it into their own fan game with their own characters, their own everything. And now it's a really cool game that you can play 50% off, $7.49 on the Freedom Planet. Grim Dawn, this is one of the Buckle Hat Brigade games, yeah. The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing and Victor Vran are all 3 Diablo clones with dudes with buckle hats. You got a buckle-hatted protagonist. But very, very cool. A lot of different types of weapons, a lot of different ways that you can build your character up and suit it to your own playstyle. And if you like Diablo, and who doesn't, Grim Dawn is an excellent Diablo clone, and I highly recommend that you play it. It is 70% off at $7.49. Fallout 3, I am playing this one right now and enjoying the ever-lovin' ever-love out of it. Now, for the longest time, this game was broken and nobody was fixing it because it just didn't work in Windows 10. I'm playing it right now. I didn't have to mod anything. I didn't have to download any special EXEs or anything. Yeah, it is such a cool game, such a rich, interesting world. I am seeing parts of the game I haven't even gotten to yet, so maybe I need to not give myself spoilers. But it's a Bethesda game. It's exactly what Bethesda games have always been, which is to say, excellently made, big old open world, lots of cool things to do. 67% off at $6.59 is the Fallout 3. And if you've been waiting on it like I did for the longest time, where actually I owned it for the longest time but couldn't play it until they fixed it. The latest patch went out just last year, I believe. Or no, it went out in June of this year. Anyway, the patch that fixed all the things and made it so that you could play it. Anyway, this one, Divinity Original Sin. Yeah, this is another really cool, oh yeah, lots of character creation stuff. This is a game that prides itself on making itself very much like a tabletop RPG. It's Diablo-ish in the movement and turn-based in the combat. Yeah, tactical turn-based. A lot of tactical turn-based in this area. Sorry, I must have a lot of those kind of games. But yeah, very beloved series, and a good entry in the series. Very positively reviewed. It's 80% off at $7.99. Fallout 4, because, Fallout 4. Haven't played this one yet because I played Fallout 1 and 2, and yes, the old ones, and then I played Fallout 3, or I am playing Fallout 3, and when I'm done with that, then it's on to New Vegas, and then on to this one. So, yeah, but I've heard nothing but good things. So many students have told me that they love this game, and yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it because it just seems like an excellent, excellent game. And yeah, very many people agree. Again, it's an open world Bethesda game. What could go wrong? Famous last words. Fallout 76 is what could go wrong, apparently. Anyway, Fallout 4 is 60% off at $7.99. Borderlands 3. I have not played Borderlands 3 yet, but I have played Borderlands 1. And Borderlands 3, I do own it and intend to play it. My backlog is stupid long. I will get to it eventually, but I love this hand-drawn art style in the Borderlands universe, and these games are just so awesome. Great shooters, or they're RPGs with shooty McShoot elements, and tons of guns, tons and tons of guns, and really cool character builds that you can do, and everybody has, special abilities and whatnot that help you to do really cool things and kill people in large numbers in very cool looking ways. Yeah, it's a fun series. And so, yeah, Borderlands 3, recommend it. It's 90% off at $5.99. That's the cheapest we've seen it in a long time, possibly ever, but don't quote me on that. Hades. Hades is a roguelike that is set in the Greek underworld. There are lots of Greek gods and goddesses. If you like your Greek mythology, there is a ton of it in this game. You are the son of you are the son of Hades. You're trying to get out of the underworld, and you have to fight your way out. And you will encounter all sorts of enemies, and as you go through, you'll unlock different things helping you to get farther and farther. It's really cool. It's very much like, I tell people, Dead Cells, but isometric. So, yeah, if you like Dead Cells, and you should, Hades. It's really, really good. It is 60% off at $9.99. Borderlands Game of the Year Enhanced, the original Mamma Jamma, the very first game in the series. Yeah, this enhanced edition looks really good, and this is the version that I played, and I loved it. You can get this one with all the DLC, with all the cool things. Is this crazy post-apocalyptic world, hand-drawn art style, crazy characters, a lot of hilarious humor, very, off-kilter humor. I love it. I really do enjoy this game. I really, really had a lot of fun playing it. And it is 67% off, $9.89. The Game of the Year Enhanced Edition gives you pretty much all the DLCs. And so you're not going to miss out on any of the really cool things that you can do. Because the DLC, some games, the DLC is like, eh. And this one, there's a lot of actually really cool things that you can do in the DLC, and so I do recommend it. Anyway, moving on, Alien Hominid. Oh, I was so excited when this finally got added to Steam because I love this game, and for the longest time, it was kind of hard to get. Physical copies on the consoles it was released on were getting more expensive all the time and harder to find, actually, at least in my area. And so when they added this on Steam, I was relieved because I really do love this game. Made by the same people who made Castle Crashers, and it shows. So if you like your Castle Crashers and you've never played Alien Hominid, or if you played it and it's been a while and you know how great this game is, yeah, it's a fun one to own. It's 25% off at $8.99. I know that's not a massive discount, but it wasn't released. Yeah, November 1st of last year was when they finally released it on Steam, so it's not like it's been around on Steam a long time. Anyway, Fire Pro Wrestling World. Now, there have been many remakes of Fire Pro Wrestling, not all of which are great. This one does have its flaws, but the real beauty of this game is the fan-made content. Think of a wrestler, any wrestler in the world at all that has ever existed, and there is a fan who has made... Actually, there are going to be multiple fans. You can try out different character models with different move sets and whatnot, different looks, because if, like, say, your favorite wrestler, like mine, is Mick Foley, and that encompasses, not just him wrestling under the name Mick Foley, but also Mankind, and I'm blanking on other... Yeah, it's always great when you're like, he's my favorite, and I just immediately forget every fact I know about Mick Foley. He's a great man. This is what I can tell you. I love Mick Foley. He's like a great human being. Anyway, but yeah, Fire Pro Wrestling World, the fan-made content is what makes this worth it. Because if you want to, like, you know, throw Andre the Giant against Rey Mysterio, now's your chance. Anyway, and multiple versions of Rey Mysterio, because there have been multiple ones. Yeah. Anyway, 70% off at $8.99. And like I say, you don't need to buy all this DLC. Just download the fan-made content and you're good to go. Risk of Rain 2. Risk of Rain 2 is a roguelike, but it's a 3D roguelike shooter, and it's a really cool mechanic how it gets harder over time. Oh yeah, there's cleaning going on behind me. Anyway, but it gets harder over time, but you need to let it get to a certain level of hardness for it to be like for the boss battle to be doable, to open the portal to get to the next level. It's a whole thing. And there are multiple characters to unlock, lots of really cool content in this game, highly replayable as a roguelike. And the whole third-person shooter thing, like, it's a beautiful shooter. It really, really is. Very, very fun to play. It is 67% off at $8.24. Hollow Knight. What do I need to tell you about Hollow Knight? One of the greatest Metroidvanias ever made. One of the most beloved indie titles ever made. A beautiful, moving, awesome gameplay experience that everybody should have. And if you haven't had it yet, you really, really need to have it. And I mean, I don't know when Silksong is coming out. Nobody does. But, like, play this one before Silksong comes out and, you know, then you'll be caught up with the rest of us waiting for Silksong and thinking to yourself, gee, I sure hope that them taking their time with Silksong means it's going to be extra much uber awesome. And it probably will be. It probably will be. Anyway, amazing game. See, overwhelmingly positive with over 300,000 reviews. It's 50% off at $7.49. Okay. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Yes. This game, very, very beloved, you know, is right up there with Skyrim in terms of belovedness as an open world action type RPG. And it's a beautiful one. It really, really is. Geralt of Rivia, what a handsome dude. I don't know, like he's just a handsome fella. And yeah, lots of really cool gameplay mechanics in Witcher that just do not show up in other games. And yeah, overwhelmingly positive with over 700,000 reviews. What more do you need to know? It is $9.99 for just the Wild Hunt. It is $12.49 at 75% off for the complete edition, which comes with 2 DLC, which are okay. Like, the DLCs are not like, I wouldn't consider them essential, but it is more Witcher to play, and so that's not nothing. Anyway, Don't Starve Together. This is a family favorite. My wife can't wait for me to review this game because she wants to play it with me. My daughter just started playing this one with her girlfriend, and they are having a great time with it. It is exactly what the game implies. Don't starve. Like, everything's out to kill you. Try not to die. It's hard to not die. But this game is a very beloved indie beauty. And, like, it's 509. It's barely in this category. There are a ton of Don't Starve games and Don't Starve expansions and whatnot. But yeah, this is just a basic, open world survival game where everything's trying to kill you, and it's got this really cool, like, hand-drawn art style that I totally love, and everybody else who's ever played it does as well. 66% off, $5.09. Civ 6, Sid Meier's Civilization, Part 6. Yeah. Oh, that's right. This is another one where it just is like, let's show cutscenes and literally none of the gameplay. Okay, yeah, I need you to not have the audio on, though, you smart guy. Yeah, all the way back to the civilizations. But yeah, this game is exactly what you think it is. It is an RTS where you build up a civilization from the ground up. And so, yes, if you enjoy the Age of Empires or even Age of Wonders, which is a somewhat similar RTS, yeah, this one is a very, very beloved RTS in its own right. And it is on sale. Yeah, see, very positive, say the RTS people. It's 90% off at $5.99, so that's a really good deal on that one. Halo, the Master Chief Collection. I just beat Halo 1 for the first time. That's right. I put it off for the longest time. Finally got around to it. I know. I was out of the country when it came out, to be fair. And the reasons. Watch my review of it. I'll tell you the whole story of, like, why I had issues with Halo for the longest time. And, yeah, anyway, but these games look great. They do. They really look great. They did a great job with it. And so, yeah, the Master Chief Collection, 75% off at $9.99. Ooh, wait a minute. I need to check something. Am I crazy? Oh, no, that's because it's even cheaper than I thought. Never mind. Save that for the next video. So last but not least is Noita, which is an action roguelike. People also call it a Souls-like because it's very difficult. But everything in this game, all the environments are destructible. And so every little pixel of this beautiful pixel art game is destructible. My nieces and nephews who are here for Thanksgiving, they love this game. They have poured hours and hours and hours into it, and it is one of their absolute favorites. And they've turned me on to some great games. You know, they are the ones who insisted that I play Hades. They are the ones who insisted that I play Hollow Knight. So, you know, not bad taste in games, if you ask me, and this is one of their absolute favorites, if that tells you anything. So, anyway, great game. It is on sale, 60% off at $7.99. Anyway, people, that is gonna do it for this one. I know that there are a ton more games, but I really had to kind of throw this one together because they surprised me with the Steam sale. I didn't think it was gonna happen for another week or two, but you know what? They always catch me lacking on the autumn sale and the spring sale. Those two, they get me every time. Winter and summer sale, I'm always ready. But yeah, this one caught me off guard. I did what I could. So if you know of a game that is really good, that is under $10, under 10, between 501 and $9.99, yeah, let us know in the comments. Anyway, people, thank you for being here for this one. I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.